So there's a presentation that I went through recently that you put together, and it was really well done. And not saying this flattery, we're doing each other well enough to, I'm not to, but it was really, really good. And it was supercharger culture. And you provided it to the manufacturing and technology conference. So this is in the past year. I want to unpack that a little bit, but you highlight a couple things that really stood out to me around the positive culture within a company, and specifically the factors that caused you to focus on this more. And so could you kind of just summarize like what that presentation was, what that meant to you, why you did that? Because I think there's just a ton of learnings, and I'm personally curious about this one too. So.
Okay, yeah, no, that's great question. Yeah, back in early 19, I was contacted by M&T, the Manufacturing Technology Conference, and asked if I would be interested in doing a contribution, coming to the conference and presenting something. And I hadn't thought about it before then, and I kind of thought, well, I think I've got some stuff I can share that's interesting. So I started putting this together, and as I put it together, it really just was a journey. And I go back and I'll reference this probably a couple times in our conversation. It goes back to my beginnings, and my entire belief structure is really around what I experienced as a shop floor employee, and as I became a leader, I really stuck with what was important to me as an operator on the shop floor. And it was having someone who I thought as a leader cared about me, was followed up with information, made sure that I had the tools I needed to do my job correctly. So a lot of that stuck with me. Going back to the presentation, I really feel that a business is a business, manufacturing, whatever you do, and whatever you produce or et cetera. Frankly, it's all about people. That's the reality. We all have robots, or we all have equipment. We all have this, that, and the other thing, customers, and you do that every day. But what I have found, and it's been through a lot of learning, a lot of hardship, a lot of different things in my career, is that success, at least the success that I feel comes through people, with people, not around them, but working with people. And so I really wanted to pass that along in terms of that presentation. Was here's what I think makes the difference in terms of companies that can perform well. And you have to have a culture of engagement. You have to have people that care and come to work every day. You have to have people that give you that, I call it that extra effort, or the discretionary effort is one that I use. People will come to work if you have a job and you just come there every day. And well, here's another thing: if you wake up every morning and the first thing you think of is, oh my God, I have to go to this place again. The pain of that, of having to do that every day, I can't imagine. But if you feel good about coming to work, and I mean, we all have to work, right? And this is what I tell the people here. We all have to work, and I get that. If we're independently wealthy, we don't have to work, that's fine. But for the rest of us, we have to come to work. But at least when you're here, you can enjoy to be here, right? You can be respected, dignity and respect. You can provide training and provide opportunities to grow, and you feel good because you work with your friends. So if you're in a culture and an environment like that, in my experience, the company performs better. I see it and I feel it and I know it. Now the inverse is exactly the same. If you have a culture of people that are dissatisfied, disengaged, disgruntled, and I tell you right now, you're not getting 110% out of those people. If they come to work, your turnover, I would suppose, and your absenteeism will be very high. So that's really what the premise of that presentation was. I wanted to share kind of a personal journey and share what I've really felt has worked in my past life. And I obviously have made many mistakes and a lot of learnings, and what I should do differently next time. And a lot of that presentation really summarizes that journey.